Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about a massive opportunity that most of the expats in the GCC completely overlook. That is the high savings potential of the living in the Gulf. Now, if you're living in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Riyadh, Doha, or anywhere else in the region, you are in one of the most tax efficient income zones of the world. But here's the surprising part, most of the people still struggle to save. So, in this video, I'll break down exactly how you can take full advantage of this opportunity, avoid the lifestyle traps, and actually build long term wealth while living in this Gulf region. Now, let's start with what makes the Gulf so special financially. In most countries, when someone says that they earn $10,000 a month, they are talking gross income in general. But here in the GCC, your gross is equals to your net. There is no personal income tax in most GCC countries, at least as yet. That means a person earning $8,000 in Dubai is often better off than someone earning $12,000 in London or New York. This is a huge head start, but only if you use it wisely. If you're not saving aggressively in this kind of environment, trust me, you are missing out and you are only to be blamed yourself if after 20 years you are still empty handed. Now, most people live backwards. They say, I earn X, so what can I afford? This is the wrong approach. Instead, ask yourself, how much do I save or how much do I want to save this year? Let's say your goal is to save 100,000. I was about to say dollars, but let's say if your goal is to say save 100,000 dirhams in 12 months, break it down into monthly level. That's 8,300 dirhams per month. If you're earning 25,000 dirhams per month, that means you have to design your lifestyle within the remaining 17,000 dirhams. This mental switch from saving what's left to spending what's left is where the wealth actually begins. Now, you cannot improve what you do not measure. There are many apps available to streamline your expenses. Even a simple Google spreadsheet, which I use myself, is enough to take back control of your lifestyle. Most expats bleed money on small leaks. If your rent is 15% of your, not 15%, sorry, if your rent is 50% of your income, you are surely on a suicidal mission. Similarly, it doesn't make sense to have Uber rides instead of walking 10 minutes. I know the heat in this region is enormous, but still, I think 6 to 7 months of weather in this country is still bearable that you can easily walk for 10 minutes. I actually walk for 3 hours whenever I want to go for a walk, just for the sake of it. I walk 3 hours even in the intense heat. I know people would say it's not possible, but I do it, and I do it while I'm enjoying as well because I listen to podcasts during that time. Now, indulging on brunches every weekend, that also adds a lot of money to your spending because that can sometimes adds up to thousands of dirhams every month. Be brutally honest with yourself. Go through your last 3 months of expenses and ask, did this expense bring you joy or was it just a habit? Once you know where your money is going, you can take back control. Now, here's something I wish I knew earlier. Money with no purpose gets spent. Your savings should have names: emergency funds, investment buckets, building a home back home, retirement corpus, education fund if you have kids, and so on. Even if you're saving just 2000 dirhams a month, split it across these goals. The moment you connect emotions plus money, you stop wasting it. That's how people on modest income still retire wealthy because their money had a mission. Now, let's talk tools. First, you should not just save but invest. Open an international brokerage account like Interactive Broker, Sarva, or Saxo Bank. There are many other brokerage houses I can name, but let's be simple for that. You don't need to be an expert. Just with broad ETFs like the S&P 500 or World Index ETF, these are very simple way to start investing. You're not trying to beat the market. You are trying to ride it for 20 years. So if it's just as long as 20 years, you are just okay with investing whatever amount you want to invest, as low as, let's say, as I mentioned, 1000 dirhams, 2000 dirhams per month. Keeping your emergency fund in high yielding savings account is also very important aspect because you want some kind of returns on your emergency fund. Some Islamic banks in the GCC offer decent returns, better than many Western counterparts. And if you're sending money home, compare exchange rates and fees. Imagine if you're bleeding charges every month just for remitting money, your savings is already getting leaked there. I use Send to send money back home, and it works great. Use my promo code for sending money back home, and you will get 25 dirhams of referral bonus every time you are doing a new transfer, or let's say the first transfer, using the app. Also, if you want to have a more in-depth information about these topics, there is a course that I developed around GCC expats where we talked about how to build wealth in this region. You can go check that out. For that course, the link is also given in the description of this video. Remember, every percentage that you save is more money in your future. Now comes the hardest part, especially in a place like Dubai, Doha, or Riyadh, where luxury is everywhere. You get a salary bump, you upgrade your car. Your friend moves to a bigger apartment, you feel the urge to. Instagram shows you people on yachts and suddenly you feel poor. You have to stop. Ask yourself, am I living to impress or to progress? The lifestyle trap is silent but deadly. Don't be the person who earns a lot for 10 years in Gulf and leaves with nothing. Your best flex is not the watch or the car, it's the freedom you choose, whether to work or not, whether to take a break or pivot. The freedom only comes from savings. And here's the brutal truth, most expats don't retire in the GCC. At some point, you leave. It might be voluntarily, or it might not be voluntarily. So, build savings that are portable, accessible globally, and structured for long term growth. Don't tie everything to one market or one currency. That's why I talk about diversification, a mix of US stocks, GCC real estate, gold, or maybe some crowd-funded properties. There are so many crowd-funded properties nowadays in this region, which enables you to invest in UAE or, as well as Saudi. Stake is one of such platforms. Also, there is Pripco Block, Smart Crowd, and then there are investment options for the, let's say, this brokerage companies that are like Sarba, Baraka. There are so many things that you can use as your vehicle to start investing your hard earned money in. The goal is simple: when you exit, you don't start from zero, you leave with something that buys you time and choice. The platforms that I mentioned just now, they can fetch you somewhere between 150 dirhams to 500 dirhams if you use my referral code, which is linked in the description of this video. Use that referral link and you can get on the bandwagon of investment with some bump from the platform itself. So let me wrap this up. If you are an expert in the GCC, you are in one of the few places in the world where you can truly save and grow wealth at scale. If you are that too, if you are intentional, the tax advantage is real here. The opportunities are real, but only if you don't fall into the trap of earn more, spend more. Tracking your spending is very important. Investing early is very important. Living with intention is really important. Give your money a purpose. Let the Gulf be the place where you didn't just earn, you build your future. If this helped you, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear. In towards the end of the screen, I've mentioned a few of the videos which I recently made. There is a comparative analysis between multiple brokers that I use personally. Here's the link to the video I've just made, and there is an ideal payday routine that I talked about in one of the videos. Here's the link to the video. Let me know, how did you like the video? Do let me know. Thank you very much.